Epic Games, they altered their Fortnite app on both the Apple and Google Play stores, and they removed or they put purchasing of their whatever digital assets inside the game so that they circumvented the whole payment ecosystem of those two shops. They were quickly kicked off by both, and here's what I find interesting: they didn't sue Apple or Google. They only sued Apple, and they focused on Apple. I assume that's because maybe the bulk of their business is on Apple.
Yeah,
But they didn't sue Google. They just sued Apple, and
because whatever happens with Apple, if the court goes in Epic's favor, then Google would have to follow suit.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, you're right. One suit would set a precedence. But here things get a little tricky. So Apple said they're going to remove Epic Games development tools, i.e., Unreal Engine development tools from
The App
iOS
Store.
developers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Epic obviously freaked out. And then Apple said, hey, don't fall for this, because it turns out that Tim Sweeney, the CEO of Epic Games, was emailing us all along asking for special treatment. And you and me, we even said last week we felt no sympathy for Epic Games because it seemed like this was a
No.
very deliberate move by them.
Yes. I mean, they had a marketing campaign already prepared
Yeah,
and a hashtag.
yeah. And check this out. Let me read this. This is from Tim Sweeney to Apple. I don't know if this is to Tim Cook or it was to somebody. Apple would need to provide a side letter or alter its contracts and standard documents to remove such restrictions to allow Epic to provide a competing app store and competing payment processing option to iOS customers. It continued, although the letter did note that we hope that Apple will also make these options equally available to all iOS developers. So it's not 100%. Tim Sweeney was just like, yeah, hook us up, screw everyone else. He did say, if you do this for us, we hope you do this for all the other iOS developers as well. But that being
But do this for
said,
us first.
yeah. But that being said, that could have just been to cover his ass. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
At the end of the day, he's still asking for preferential treatment
yes.
before anyone else.
And at the end of the day, no, none of these other independent developers have a pipeline straight to Tim Cook like he does. You know, so
Yeah.
that in and of itself is not fair.
Wait, was that a text message? Did he text
That
message
was an
with
email.
the
That
heart
was one of
emoji?
the 3 emails that he sent. So here's where I stand. Yes, it seems like this battle was destined to happen at some point. You know what I mean? I
Mm.
think some big developer was going to come after Apple at some point. And I already said last week that I think these corporations are too powerful in their ecosystems. But that being said, I don't have sympathy for Tim Sweeney because it looks like this has all been planned out. And at the end of the day, who does this hurt? It hurts those independent developers Tim Sweeney professes to care so much about, and that Apple professes to care so much about as well. Because
No, Apple first and foremost is a business. I don't think they profess to care about them as much as they profess about their bottom line,
yeah, yeah,
which is what Epic was trying to hit.
yes, I have to push back there because I did watch the congressional hearings with Tim Cook, and one of his biggest points was we care about the individual developers on the App Store. So he said it
Well,
in his own
I mean, you
words.
didn't you didn't see the subtitle? Individual developers that don't use Epic Unreal
Yeah,
Engine.
yeah. So I'm just seeing hypocrisy from both sides here. This is getting real ugly. All I'm worried about is the developers. I mean, because if you take those tools that Epic, you know, which is great that they make Unreal Engine open for people. You know what I mean? I think that's one admirable thing that Epic does is they have this amazing game engine and you can just download it for free and develop. And I think you don't have to pay until your game reaches a certain scope. Then you have to pay them royalties or whatever. But dude, any kid can just download Unreal Engine and learn how to make a game, which I think is amazing. And I think to close that off to your ecosystem of iOS developers is a huge disservice to yourself too. So I don't know. I don't know where I see this going. I mean, do you have any predictions?
I mean, Epic started this fight.
Yeah.
I think Apple's going to end it for them.
Yeah.
I don't think they were prepared for that kind of blowback.
Yeah.
It's like Apple brought a minigun to a knife fight.
Yeah.
So Epic's got. I mean, I don't think not that I know of, but I don't think developers are angry at Apple right now. They're more angry at Epic.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they initiated it.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, it sucks,
so
man. It sucks.
so I mean, I think Epic needs to make a move. Either they need something worthwhile in order to combat whatever they're trying to combat, which is the unfair pricing.
Yeah.
Uh,
30% is a big cut.
30% is the large cut.
Yeah.
30% is the large
Yeah.
cut.
And if I'm correct on their store, on the Epic store, they do 80 something percent to the developer. Don't quote me. I can't remember. I knew when it came out, but they don't do 30% on the Epic store. They actually give the developer around 80%. So it does fall in line with their own philosophy on this whole thing, but I just don't think they can battle Apple alone. They're not big enough. So
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. And like we said, the only recourse is the legal system. So
We'll see what happens.
yeah. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this episode of Games I Speak. If you liked the episode, please subscribe and leave a comment below, and we'll see you all next time.